Hey, this is Sunny in the 419. I'm down here in Clyde, Ohio at WHVT 90.5 FM, Christian radio station. A little bit of everything here. I'm going to talk to some of the guys here that are on the news waves or the airwaves, so to speak, spreading the gospel. So I'm going to go talk to Sam, Dave, and I think Daniel. So let's go into 90.5 FM.
Hi, my name is David Wyrick. I'm the Chief Operator of Clean Air Christian Radio in Clyde, Ohio, and welcome to Clean Air. Clean Air started as WHVT 90.5 FM in Clyde back in the mid-'80s. Back then it was only a 300-watt station with the thought of just hitting Clyde. And then through people's vision, people like Randy Starr, Larry Peachy, Jerry Schoenfeld, Pastor James Lewis eventually got it to be 2.7 kilowatts to what it is today, which was right around 1989. Back then, we just repeated BBN, the Bible Broadcasting Network, and we would do tape-delayed things and such. And then in the mid-'90s, a young man by the name of Gene Sharp, which was a college student in Indiana, graduate from our school, had the vision, always liked radio. He actually had a little miniature studio in his closet growing up. And so he just had this vision to take it to the next level, and so did Pastor Lewis. So then they built the current building that we're in right now, right around the mid-'90s. In the late 90s, we acquired a 94.1 in Findlay, and that just repeats the 90.5 signal. And then from there, Clean Air started to take off. The Clean Air name started to come around. And
They're hearing more about it, yeah.
Correct. And it kind of went from like a local station to now we're in the Findlay market. And then in the 2000s, a gentleman by the name of Brian Beddick came along and helped us out. And he helped us do get online, which was cutting edge back then. So then we had our third outlet online. And then we moved from actually playing CDs to playing MP3s, which was all cutting edge back then. You know, now today that's what everybody does. But back then that was something new. And the studio was all changed around, and we used to do a lot of local programming. And then we started live radio for the first time in the mid-'90s. And then somewhere around 98, like I said, required the Findlay station. Then we started to move away from BBN and went to FBN. And what that was is that would play all the time, playing at night. We would cut in with our own live stuff. And we started to do more live radio. We found out the more live radio we did, the more popular it was. Right. People didn't want the canned radio. They wanted someone here live. So then what happened was I had the privilege myself. I did a morning program. Jerry Schoenfeld did a evening program. More people started to get involved. And then in the 2011, we purchased and did another radio station in Coshocton, a freestanding station. In 2015, we purchased another station, converted it from 92.1 to 92.3, and that repeats the Coshocton station, which gives a total of 5 networks. I was in part-time since 1999. I came back full-time in 2009, I think it was. And I was able to, in 2011, go back to the morning. I'm on the air Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 o'clock in a program called The Morning Light. Our assistant chief operator, Dan Utley, he does the program from noon to 3, and then Sam does the program from 10 to midnight. So we do a lot of live programming. We have a lot of interaction with our listeners. We have people that text us, people that call us, people that jump onto the website. And it's just unbelievable the amount of response we've had. I'll say this in closing. I've been on the radio for a long time and I love it. It's my life's work. We've worked very hard to get it where it's at today, and only because of gracious people helping us. But when the pandemic hit, we didn't really know what to think. And we were just getting ready to start one of our fundraisers. And so, I went to my pastor. I'm like, how is this going to look? Us asking for money when we're starting a pandemic. And so we kind of put some test balloons out there to the radio people. Hey, we don't want to offend people. We're not trying to hurt you. The response that came back was overwhelming. Like, please, we're stuck on our home. Get on the air and talk.
Yes, we want to hear someone.
We want to hear someone. And it blew up. And the radio station blew up with responsive people. Because of a lot of older folks or maybe stay-at-home moms, and now we're stay-at-home dads that were like, give us encouragement, talk on the air, let us know what's going on, give us hope, because it was a very scary time for a lot of people. And so really, Clean Air has just blossomed. And I don't want to let this out at the end. I do want to give God all the glory. He's been very gracious, and what we do, and we give Him all the praise. And gracious people, many people volunteer their time and give, and I love it. And you can find out more information at cleanair.fm or on our Facebook page, Clean Air One Word Radio. Thank you so much to Sonny and the 419 for coming out. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dave. Great
Absolutely.
job. Thanks for your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Hi, my name is Dan Utley, and I host the Daily Walk from noon to 3 right here on Clean Air Christian Radio. And I came to Clean Air about 5 years ago, and originally heard it from Dave Wyrick, and just absolutely love this place, love being able to just impact the listeners and really help them out. Noon to 3 is a different time than many radio stations would probably have a live talent on. But what I have found is that it really helps people as they have lunch breaks and things like that,
Exactly.
and as they're picking up their kids from school or things like that. And so really the program is all about just encouraging people, trying to make sure that they have that friend to help them when they need it. And so I absolutely love Clean Air. Hopefully, with the little taste that you've gotten today, you've learned to love it as well.
Now, Dan, what do you love about? You go to church here too, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's a good church. It's been here a long time.
It has.
You live here?
I do live in Clyde, and I've actually had the privilege over the last probably about 4 years or so to be the youth pastor here at Harvest as
great.
well. And so just being able to help out the teens and really just encourage them has been a tremendous blessing to me and my family. I have a wife named Erin and a daughter named Michaela who's special needs. She has autism.
Okay.
And then I've got a little boy who's 3 years old, Josiah. And man, they keep me
keep
hopping.
you busy,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So you need this maybe a little time away from home. This kind of helps you.
It
too.
does,
Maybe
yeah. It just
kinda-
helps you keep you grounded,
Yeah,
and
it does.
that's a good thing, especially in this day and age. So
Right. So thanks a lot, Dan.
no problem. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Sam Mendoza, and I am the guy that does evening reflections, and I host evening reflections Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight. Don't forget to call me for your favorite song or prayer request. Now, I was really impressed about Clean Air because I know that we reach an untold amount of people. You've seen the Computer Sunday where
Yeah,
we're in
that's
Finland,
Unbelievable.
people in Canada, as well as
Right down the road, maybe.
or
you know?
down the road, and
Yeah.
Louisiana and Florida. I get calls every night because they're listening on our station on cleanair.fm. So those of you who know family that's either in another state, another county, or even another country, you can tell them to tune into cleanair.fm, and they'll hear us live. Now, I'm the host of Evening Reflections, and I get calls from people during the night. The nighttime is a different part of time where people are lonely. They might be sick, but I get a lot of calls at night, and I can show you my call log. It's right over there, and they call anywhere between 10 to midnight, and a lot of the calls, not only the songs that they want to hear, song requests, but their prayer requests. So I pray for them on the radio,
That's good.
and then I get a call back later on a follow-up prayer, and they say,
Yeah.
"Guess what?"
Yeah, really.
I said, "Wow,
That's
amazing!"
what I was going to ask you.
God
If
is-
you get a response back.
Yes, I do. I get a follow-up, and I always tell them, "Let me know how you're doing after we prayed for you," and then I always get a call saying, "Hey, you know what?" And in fact, my good friend Chuck from Sandusky, he hurt his knee, and he called me up and said, "Pray for him. My knee is killing me."
Uh-huh.
And I prayed for him. And the next day, he said, "Guess what, Sam? My knee is not hurting anymore."
Wow.
And I prayed for him that night. So it's good to know that God is working. He really is working on this radio station, connecting the people and giving them hope. And what is the hope? The hope that Jesus one day is coming again. And my friends, if you don't have a church, I would suggest that you find a church. Find a Bible-believing, Bible-preaching church, just like the one here at Harvest. And if you don't know where one is, we can help you find one in your town. Just call us here at the station or at the church, and we'll be able to locate you a church in your town.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about that, because the people who are listening, some of them are lonely.
Right, definitely. That's why I think Sam. I know every segment of the day is important, but I think yours could probably be one of the most important time frames, because that's where a
Yes.
lot of people are struggle. I bet in the
Yes,
evening.
there was a call one time where a guy was going to commit suicide.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
And Pastor Mott got that call. He was here before I was. I've been here about 6 years now.
Okay.
And so that's Evening Reflections, Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight. This church is truly a blessing. The radio station is a blessing, but the listeners are a blessing as well. And I love Clean Air. I love coming in here. I can't wait to come in here every night. And when I go home, I have to unwind. I go to bed. I get off at midnight here, but I have to unwind because it's so exciting knowing that I'm talking to people,
Yeah.
real people
Yeah.
with real problems. And I go home and I just can't sleep.
Right.
So I'm up to like 1 o'clock, listening to whether it's Clean Air or unwinding at home
Right.
because of this. And then a lot of people who call in and say that because of this radio station, they now accepted Christ as their personal Savior. And that's what it's really all about. Because the Bible says in the end of Matthew, the Jesus is saying to go out and spread the gospel throughout the world. And that's what we're doing here on Clean Air. We're spreading the gospel through preaching on the programming, spreading it around the world, just like Jesus said. His last commandment before he ascended into heaven is our first commandment that we do.
Now, how can we find it here? And what do we turn on? 90.5
90.5 in
right.
Clyde.
In Clyde,
Yeah.
yes, all right. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming. God bless you.